Hey, welcome back. All right, so today I want to show you how you can do some quick, easy, modern home decor dupes. Some of them I used as just inspiration for the pieces that I did make, and some of them I tried to make exact duplicates. All right, so let's get into these modern home decor DIY dupes. All right, so for this first one, I'm going to try to replicate this lamp that goes for $500. It's a mushroom lamp. I'm using a lampshade that I had from another lamp. The lamp cost me like $10-15, and it came with two shades like that. And then this cardboard tube. You could use Dollar Tree supplies for this, like the tall glass vase and just a bowl, and turn it upside down and get the same look. The lamp that we saw was limestone. I'm not going to recreate limestone. I'm just going to make it a textured lamp. So I'm using the textured method for making paint. You can do it a lot of different ways. You can just do it with coats of paint. You can spray paint it and have it a nice even coat if you don't want the texture. There's a lot of different ways to do this. You can cover up the hole there if you don't want the hole up top. But like I said, I just wanted it a nice texture. So I'm going to texturize mine, and I'm doing the cardboard, and the texture helps to cover up the creases and the cracks in the cardboard also. So I'm just covering with that, letting it dry, and then I'm just gluing the two together. So this is a real simple way to get that mushroom style lamp for super duper cheap. And mine was basically free because I had these items already laying around, and then I just use a stick push light, and you just put it inside. You could put one or you could put two depending on how much light you want in the inside of yours, and this is it. All right, so I wanted to make a high-end inspired cement bowl, and you can see they go for a lot at the high-end stores, but we're gonna make ours for real cheap. I'm using a bowl, a drip pan bowl from the Dollar Tree. I couldn't find a bowl to go inside to make the inside, so I'm just making one out of cardboard. I had an extra piece from a cement thing that I had, and then to get the bottom piece of it, I'm just taping some extra cardboard that I had. So you can make your mold shapes yourself if you want to when you're working with cement by using cardboard, just like I did. Taped it up nice and good so it didn't leak through, and that's it. That's going to be the piece that I use for the inside. Like I said, I'm using the drip tray from the Dollar Tree to make this cement bowl, and it's just real simple. I'm going to be using this quick set cement. I'm going to mix it right in the bowl that I'm going to be using for it. I'm going to mix it until it's like a thickish kind of consistency, but not too thick. But once I get the right consistency, I added a little paint to mine once I was done mixing it and everything and stuff, just to try to give it some color. I didn't mix it in thoroughly, but for your cement, you don't have to leave it the color that it is. You can add different things to it. You can paint it afterwards. You can do, whatever you want when you're making your own cement projects. And that's the whole fun part of doing your own DIYs. Once I leveled it out the way I wanted to, I pushed in my little inside cardboard bowl, and then I just tried to straighten out the sides. I don't want it to be perfect because I want it to look, authentic. So I don't want it to be perfect. Before it completely dried, you can wait till it dries because it's the cardboard, it is easy to move. But once it partially dried, I just came in and took out the bowl and the inside, and then just still smoothed out some of the pieces on this side. Like I said, I don't want them to be too perfect because I wanted to have that, rough kind of look. But this is how it is at the end. You can see on the part that had the plastic part, it's real smooth, like right there. And then on the inside, it's rough. So I'm just going to sand it out and take away the little tiny chip pieces that are at the top. But this is how it turned out, and I'm super happy with the way it turned out. And it's super big because I used the Dollar Tree drip pan, and I love the way it turned out. Let me know what you thought. Okay, so now for this one. All right, these are these marble containers at Restoration Hardware, and they start at $188. I have this tube that we bought for the ferret. It was supposed to be like a tube for her to play in. she didn't enjoy it. It's not long enough or whatever, but it is nice and thick. And so I was like, I can make that vessel from RH using this. So I just cut out a piece of cardboard to be the base of it. You really don't even have to do that part based on what you want to do with it. And then I just glued that piece of cardboard there. And then of course, when you're cutting cardboard, it's like, you know, corrugated or what have you and stuff. So you'll see the little ridges and stuff in there. So I just used some Dollar Tree caulk again to fill in that little detail there, and then try to smooth it out to make it look like one piece as opposed to it being separate. You could do a lot of things with this. If you wanted to glam this up, you can do like, you know, little crystals or something around the bottom, what have you and stuff. But like I said, I was trying to do the marble thing. I spray painted it. That didn't go on good enough. So then I painted it and spray painted it again. I did a few different things. And then I was creating a marble effect with the veining. So I just did a dark gray and a lighter gray. And then this is where it went to where I did not like. My veining was too heavy. The one, if you saw the one before, the veining was barely, and I like that look. I like the look of it, like, you know, barely there. But anyway, you would do the veining before the paint dries too much. You would just, you know, feather it out so that it wasn't so sharp. But I went way too heavy on it, and when it was done, I didn't like it. It didn't give me the look that I was going for. So I said, let's try for these textured ones, and these start at $136 at Restoration Hardware, and they're concrete. But I didn't have any concrete at the moment, but it's a concrete with a texture. So I'm just going to use some plaster of Paris. Plaster of Paris. I'm going to use those, and you're supposed to do it with 1 part water, 2 part. I added in a little extra because it wasn't thick enough, but I'm just smoothing that out on there. This is an inspirational piece, so I don't need it to be exact, because if you saw the one that they had, at the top it had like a little ridging, but with the plaster of Paris, if you do that, I was afraid it was going to cake off if I went above the piece, so I didn't do that. So I'm just going to come in here, leave some of the ridges, and pat it with a paper towel, because the back of the paper towel has kind of that textured look that the other piece had. So I'm just patting it all around once it dries up some, but not too much, with the paper towel to get that textured look. And once that was done, I realized I had some left. So I hate to waste. So I got this cardboard tube and I cut it down, and I was going to make candle holders, which is real simple. But the plaster has started to dry a bit, so it wasn't as smooth to apply as it was before. I took these Dollar Tree plates that they come in the set, and then I started to apply it to it. So I was going to go for the same type look. So you have matching candle holders to the vessel, and then just around the top. So I did that so that it was like an even, so it didn't have that dip that the plate had in it. You can see the texture. You see it there? It kind of looks like the Restoration Hardware piece. I don't know, in my head it does. So then I took the paint, and I'm just going to use these 2 colors. I got this paint from the Dollar Tree. I'm just going to use these 2 colors. So I'm going to use the brown and the white, mix those together for more of a caramel type color, and put it on there. I'm not doing it black like the other pieces, because I have way too much black going on, and I'm trying to bring some natural earth tones into my house. So I'm using this as the base coat. So you can see it's like a milk chocolate kind of ice cream. And then I painted the candle holders, and the idea was good. I didn't like the way it looked. The candle holders looked too rustic to me, so I scrapped those. I didn't like those, but you know, you can play around with stuff, see how it comes out. So then now we have that has dried. So then I'm going to come in with the white, because I don't want it that brown, but I want that brown, if you know what I'm saying. Like, I want it to look kind of like an piece from Pottery Barn, the color of it, like, you know, the old vessel pieces that they have. But I wanted it to look like the Restoration Hardware piece also. So I just wanted it like a blend. So not exactly, but, you know, using 2 different high-end stores to make a piece that fits more my style. And then I'm taking the darker brown and I'm putting that towards the bottom of the piece and the top of the piece. So it looks like, you know, it's been in the world. It's earthy, if you understand what I'm saying. So you can use this on a lot of different things, different methods, whatever and stuff. You don't have to have a ferret tube. You can use something else to do this, but this is how it turns out, and you can see all the different colors and stuff. And then I filled it with the moss from the Dollar Tree, just like the Restoration Hardware piece, the first one, the marble piece. All right, let me know what you thought for that one. Now for this one right here, another quick and easy cement DIY. So you'll just take, I got this from Dollar Tree. It's just like a cardboard kind of paper container that you can get, and they have even different shapes, different sizes. And I just put a hole in it. You really don't need a drill to do this. And I'm just going to take some twine from Dollar Tree and just take a few different strands of that, and just going to create like a little braiding handle there with that. So I took those strands, put that in, tied the knot, and then I began to braid it. You could do the braiding beforehand and then just poke both sides in at the same time and then just tie off the knot. Or you could do it the way that I did it, whichever way is easiest for you. Or you could use something else as a handle too. You could do this in a bunch of different ways. But I have it like that. And then I'm just going to take some cement, the feather finish one, the one that you use to finish up like cracks and different things. And I'm going to mix it directly in this. Okay, because it is cardboard paper, you do not want to add too much water at one time because it is cardboard paper. But I'm just going to mix it a little bit at a time so I get the consistency that I do want for the cement. And once I'm done, like I said, adding it in a little bit at a time, getting out all those lumps and bumps and getting the consistency that I want, then I'm going to just start to cover the piece. So I'm just going to cover the whole outside of the piece with this cement. So it's real easy, concrete cement, whichever you call it. And you can just, I put on a glove and just smoothing it on, moving that handle kind of, out the way so that it doesn't get too much of the product on it. And it's just real easy, real simple. If you have like streaks or anything like that, you can just finish that off with some sandpaper, like a light grit sandpaper at the end once everything dries. But it's best to try to smooth it out as best as you can while you're working it on there so that you don't have that work to do after the fact. If you don't want cement inside of your container because you want to use it for something, then you can just not mix it in the container like I did mine. But this is how it looks. It's still drying and you can see those streaks in it, but you can just, smooth that out right there. And then this is how it turned out. It is so cute, so simple, and a great way to start out using cement or concrete. All right, so now for this. Okay, this one was inspired by a few different pieces that I saw. One piece was a Restoration Hard piece, and it had like these metal squares on the wall. I've seen it a few different other places too, but they all were rather expensive. So I got these metal tiles, the metal look like tiles from the Dollar Tree, and there's so many different ways you can do this one. You can take these pieces, put them all over your wall, and just have like a faux metal wall. Based on how big your wall is, that might get a little pricey because they are $1.25 now a piece. But you can also just make a piece of artwork with it. I got the poster board in black from the Dollar Tree. Also, you can just evenly space these out and use you can put like a texture on the board so it doesn't look so flat, what have you, and stuff. And you can make a piece of art out of this. You can evenly space them out, put them on the board like that, and then frame the board, and then it'll look like a piece of art. I did not do that. You can see I'm cutting just a little bit because I was deciding, I was tossing back and forth what I wanted to do with these, that I want to leave a little piece of black around the edge to give it that individual top. Like you can do a lot of different things with it, but like I said, the poster board is easy to cut. So you see how it looks like that, and then if you frame that would be a piece by itself. But this is easy to cut, so I just cut straight down, kind of like scoring it and then cutting it in the back once you fold it. And then you'll have these, so you can do, like I said, the pieces like this. Am I going in a circle? Yes, maybe. But you can do the pieces like this where they kind of have a trim around it, and then those look cute also. but I cut mine all the way down to the metal piece. So I just wanted them raised. You can take these raised pieces, put them on a canvas. You could take it with the little black trim, put it on a canvas. You can do so many different things with this. I put them on the wall. You put something on the back to hold them. I put them on the wall in a diamond shape. And then I want to show you that you can also put them on the wall in a square shape. You can do this in a bigger way, but this was a cute piece, and it's modern and simple in a way to decorate your wall. So if you're looking for wall decor, this might be it for you because it's simple and clean. Okay, so that was it for today's high-end modern home decor dupes. Let me know what you thought. Let me know if for the ones that I did, kind of go astray on, would you have just tossed it or would you kept going, and if any inspired you. All right, I'll see you in the next one.